All right, guys, I hope everyone's doing incredibly well. We're going to dive into some collective messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. I'm going to start with one main message and see what's on their mind, okay? What do they want you to know? I need space, but I'm right here. Don't go. Okay, so I feel like you could have triggered them into just needing a little bit of a timeout right now. But they don't want you to go. I feel like this is because they know this is something that they have to sort out or they can't run from anymore. Or it could just be like they really don't want you guys to go back into that place of like being distant from one another, blocking one another, right? Like even if your divine masculine may need space, they don't message back. It might be a few days or so that go by. You guys could have gotten into that pattern of like, if you don't hear from one another for a few days, it's like block. You guys both lose it. But I feel like they're telling you, like, don't go. Okay, I might need space, I might be quiet right now, but don't go. What is behind their silence right now? Okay, so we have lack and we have doubts. Okay, so I feel like this has everything to do with them and not you, which is why they need space, but they don't want you to go. Okay, this could be something as well that's really hard or difficult for them to communicate to you, but when they're around you, they feel a sense of lack. Okay, they may be intimidated by your aura, your presence, your energy. You could be really energetic, optimistic, and very creative. You come off as this very beautiful goddess energy, but it's doing it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do by triggering this divine masculine in the area of doubt and lack, because the universe is trying to mirror to them their potential, their greatness. And that's why you show up and they kind of disappear or go silent, because they're like, oh my God, no way, this is for me. I'm not prepared. Okay, that is exactly how they're feeling right now. So I'm getting like self-development for many of them, or even like spiritual development, because that's exactly what you came in to do. This is a divine masculine as well that's really good at hiding who it is they are. I'm hearing like when you talk to them, they do most of the talking, or they want you to do, not they do most of the talking, but they do most of the asking of questions. And then I feel like you could talk forever because you probably have a lot going on, divine feminine. And then when you go to ask them questions, they turn it back on you, right? They don't want to give you too much, probably because they're in a place of lack or doubt, or feeling like, is it good enough for you? Is it good enough for me? I don't even feel like it's good enough for me. And that is that higher self activation that's coming up, where they don't want you to they don't want to maybe reveal that like they need transformation. They feel like they should have it all together because they don't want you to go, or they don't want you to slip away, which is why I feel like they're expressing that now through this card, because I feel like a lot of them could be feeling down right now. Like they can't communicate, and their worst fear is that you're just going to disappear on them. But I do feel like a lot of you are actively picking this up on like telepathic communication. Many of you might be getting certain synchronicities around the fact that they really just don't feel good enough. They don't feel like they're all there. And you might see them as like, oh my God, like beautiful, you're my divine masculine, I see you in this wonderful light. But it's like, logically speaking, like, no, when it all boils down to it, they can't like match your energy in the physical. And this is something that your divine masculine wants to bring to your attention as well, divine feminine, is that like maybe even you have spent built up patterns in past karmic relationships where like you haven't really been valued or honored for what it is you bring to the table. Okay, and I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are like, that's great that you accept me wholeheartedly, but like I just can't, like I'm not where I want to be, and I can't be with you because of that. Like maybe you've had other suitors who have no problem, like, you know, being with somebody who has to take care of them, or who has to bring, you know, extra to the table, and they don't mind. And maybe this is a lesson that they're teaching you as well in areas that you have overgiven in the past. So I feel like this is a masculine that's saying like, I need space because I want to get my shit together. Okay, you deserve it. You deserve someone who is going to be there to really honor you and take care of you. And I feel like, again, a lot of you may be picking up on that or seeing it. Look at this separation, longing for you. Okay, I feel like they want you to know, like, even though I'm quiet right now, I'm silent, I may be leaving you on red, I may not be responding to your messages. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't want to reveal too much, but I do hope that you know that in the separation, like, I'm longing for you. You know, they really hope that you don't go, but I feel like even if you have to go, it's like a sense of relief that they're feeling, because even if you go, they're confident that they will get your attention again at some point. But right now, it's like, if you're gone, like, that's a sense of relief for them. You know, they don't even want to know that you're waiting around, which is why many of you might Like if you feel like you're giving off that energy of waiting around, or even in the silence, you might find that it's like, oh, I'm just so tempted to check up on them. Like, they're just absolutely quiet. They're not going to respond, guys. They really aren't, because if they don't feel like themselves, if they're not feeling 100%, and you're just this big, beautiful, energy of like structure and the solid foundation that they see in front of them, like it doesn't matter. They're willing to let it go, because what's the sense in approaching you if they don't even feel worthy of you? Then it's just going to be a connection filled with a lot of insecurity, and they don't want to put you through that. That's why many of you have dealt with your divine masculines being like such an asshole or such a jerk, because it's like when you're with them and it's like you bring so much to the table, you're this big beautiful ball of light, and they don't know how to appreciate it, because at first it feels intimidating and it feels like you have a lot of what it is they desire for themselves. Okay, and many of your divine masculines too, like they watch the way that you guys attract abundance without really having to lift a finger, and they want to be able to do it. They want to be able to do it just as efficient as you, just as fast as you. Like you bring about this very competitive energy within them. And so I think that is what they're really trying to get past, is these limitations that they have. Many of them fear abundance as well and hard work. I feel like that is what they're trying to overcome with the higher self activation as well. Okay, like, and that's another thing I'm getting to, is that many of you have come in and you've really challenged your divine masculines. Like with the lack and doubts card, I really do feel like they've been waiting for you to come in and spiritually kick their ass, because a lot of them have like beautiful souls, like a lot of potential, but they've been in a lot of karmic situations, and not just like with lovers, karmic friends and families who have really like deterred them off their path, or really pulled them off their path, because of like, gosh, I lost my train of thought. I was going to tell you guys something so interesting about what I was picking up about the karmic situation. But when like limitations and fears, like I feel like you represent like where they want to be, where they could be. Okay, and I've talked about this before, but a lot of your divine masculines, they have so much potential within them that they have karmic friends and family that watch, that really don't want them in this position. And because you guys might be like, like why wouldn't friends and family around them want them in these positions? And it's usually friends and family that are the closest to us that like maybe like that envious energy, right? People around us who really don't want to see us succeed, because then it maybe puts them into an energy of now having to grow and to learn and compete. And it's like at times they don't like that. I feel like through you coming into this divine masculine's life, it's really kind of forcing them out of some kind of familiar karmic pattern that they're in. Like they're different from everybody else that they're around. Okay, and I feel part of the limitations and fears as well around this connection to do with you is a lot of people in their ear about how they don't deserve it. And many of you need to know that a lot of your divine masculines have friends around them that at one point or another have convinced them, or maybe slid in a joke here or there, that they're not worthy of you. Like, get real. Like, this person isn't worthy of you. Or they might have made a side joke of like, yeah, like good luck with that. Okay, so I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are learning to get out of this energy, limitations, fear, a lack of confidence. Like many of you, you're here, divine feminine, as that reminder to them that they're destined for something big and great. It's like that community post I'm picking up on in this reading. Okay, the attraction that you have to this divine masculine is what's pushing them to get out of this energy like they're not good enough. And also too, like I really am feeling that they're heavily surrounded by karmic people who don't want them to feel like this heat that they have about themselves. And I really am getting some karmic friends here that are extremely jealous of your divine masculine and the connection that they have with you. Okay, and I feel like for some of you, you started off, if you're in the divine feminine energy, you started off kind of mirroring your masculine in this lack and doubt energy. And that's for some of you, not all of you. And regardless of that, I feel like there was just like this attraction to you or this pull to you. But again, even if you didn't have resources or money, you might have had like extreme beauty and kindness. And even then, these karmic friends and family didn't want to see your divine masculine with you, because they knew that the divine masculine would then be with somebody who was good to them. and somebody who would wholeheartedly love them and care for them, okay? And this meant pulling them away from some kind of karmic pattern or some kind of karmic structure here, okay? But a lot of you have been blessed with that abundance regardless. Like, you've triggered the spiritual awakening in your divine masculine regardless of whoever has tried to keep you both apart, okay? And now I feel like your divine masculines are on the brink of having this kind of higher self activation here, and they're reaching out to tell you, like, please don't give up on me, like, please don't go. I know it appears as though I need space right now, but it's for all of the right reasons that I need space, okay? Many of you deserve it. Like, they know that you accept them no matter what, but that's not good enough. It's not good enough to give you an offer of you just accepting them. And this, again, might be a mirrored lesson for some of you divine feminine too. It's okay to accept others and to love others, but expectations are a big thing as well. And your masculine is saying to you through this reading, like, you deserve the best, and I want you to expect the best of me before you accept me. Like, if I come into your life and I'm not giving you the best, I want you to have the courage to, like, turn me away. Unless I've had this higher self-activation and I've earned a proper place in your life, like, turn me away. Have the courage to turn me away and, like, send me back to wherever I came from. Because I really do feel like they see you in such a beautiful, high light, okay? You deserve the best, okay? Let's see how it is they see you at this time, divine feminine. Yeah, they want to be able to provide for you in some way or to take care of you. Even though you may have everything for yourself, they want to be able to, like, feel this energy of, like, being in charge and just genuinely taking care of you. Again, many of you really don't need this. You don't need any resources from anybody. You don't need... I feel like you're very independent, divine feminine, and they know this about you, and maybe this is why you carry this aura or energy of, like, oh, it's okay, like, I accept you for who you are. But it's like, even with everything that you have, the divine masculine's teaching you a very valuable lesson about, like, just protecting your energy, protecting your beauty, protecting that overgiving energy, and, like, learning boundaries. That's why many of them can't connect with you at this time. It's not because they don't want to, but it's because the energy is off. It's like they're telling you, I'm not good enough for you. And you're like, yes, you are, I accept you. And they're like, no, like, you shouldn't. You can't. You know? So they may be asking you to raise your standards as they're in the process of raising their own standards for themselves, right? And they're having to also break away from the idea that they're doing this for you. They're trying to break apart and separate the idea that it's like, I need to do this for myself. Like, it's about time that I position myself in a way where it's like, I do feel like a king, right? Sitting at my throne. Like, you've literally come into their lives and you've triggered them into some kind of higher self-activation that, like, they're the best. They deserve to be the best. You mirror this in every single way. You know, it's just unfortunate that, like, you've met them and you want the opportunity to just be near them, maybe even, like, take care of them, but it's turning them off right now because it's like they don't want to be taken care of by you. They want to do the taking care of. Okay, but they're starting to realize, like, man, I've wasted a lot of time trying to position myself in, like, this king, emperor energy because I really just thought I was going to be the lone wolf and have to worry about myself, and that was it. So I was okay with just doing the bare minimum for me. But now that you've come into the picture, divine feminine, and I really do feel like for many of you it was just kind of fate. It could have just been a spur of the moment thing, bumping into one another. As soon as you meet that eye contact, or you might have exchanged a couple of words with one another, you go your separate ways and you're like, damn, can't stop thinking about that person. And then it gets you into this mode of, like, oh my God, I really was not expecting to have all of these strong feelings and all of these desires. And I feel like your divine masculine through this card is saying, like, they really didn't think that there was something to work for, something to believe in. And now that they've met you, it's like they want to do everything in their power to attain this kind of status because they feel like you wholeheartedly deserve it. Even if you have everything, they want to have more than what you have. Okay, many of you might be in that imbalance place as well, where it's like when it comes to the world of pentacles and resources, you might have equal to or a little bit more than what your divine masculine has, and it's not good enough. They want to have more than what you have. Okay, and it's not coming from a place of, like, greed or ego. I really am just seeing it coming from a place of, like, this is just a soul lesson. Like, they're meant to learn this lesson. A lot of your divine masculines too, like, they know that they're destined for greatness. Okay, they know that, like, pentacles, money, like, they know that they're destined to have that overflowing out of their cup. But you, Divine Feminine, are a very, very, very important part of that puzzle, just your energy alone. Okay, so that is what your Divine Masculines are working on at this time, using the beautiful sensual energy that's coming from you to help themselves create an empire before they make you some kind of offer. You deserve it, and they really don't care how much space it takes between you two. They would rather approach you with a proper offer than approach you at all. Okay, guys? So, yeah. That's what I have for you. Check out my bio, and you guys will see some links in there to get a hold of me over on Hipsy.com. That's where I offer a lot of my personal services. I also have the membership section here on YouTube, and I do offer extended 18+ readings for you guys to enjoy. Check out the library, even if it's just for the month. Lots of goodies there for you, okay? Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next reading, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.